Yes, now you are visible.
Okay, so hello Sweta, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking me. What about you, brother?
I'm Fitas Fidel, drinking my life and trying to add some value with the grace of Almighty God. Thanks for your kind concern.
Yes, we have been waiting for a long time and we are not able to connect. So finally today we are connecting and I'm grateful for you that I'm talking to you.
Yeah, likewise, sister. In fact, I have been trying to connect with you, but just because our times not matched with each other, sometime you are busy, sometime I'm busy, and just because of that, we are not able to connect with each other. But today, we got time, and the time is also matched, so that's why we are talking with each other, and it's really nice to talk with you.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited to know about you, that your journey and your just story, how you started, everything like how are you practicing, everything I want to know today. So I hope we will do a better conversation.
Sure, why not? Let me introduce myself first. My name is
Yes.
Shiv. I born and brought up in India, and my native place is Uttarakhand. I'm a
Okay.
central government employee, and as far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to this, I do teach English to beginners and intermediate speakers through different online applications, and I do have my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teachership. So this is all from my side. If you want to know something else, please feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you so much for giving introduction. So may I give my introduction too?
Sure, sure. I would be more than happy if you introduce yourself because I've been waiting eagerly for that. Please go ahead.
Okay. So as you know that my name is Sweta and I come from West Bengal, Jalpaiguri, and I have completed my graduation. Now I'm doing masters in first year, and recently I have started a YouTube channel, which name is Sweta's English in Lifestyle. And yeah, here I upload related to English content and conversation video, and as well as I teach students as I'm learning, but I started teaching in my area. And apart from that, my hobby, if I talk about what is my interest, so I love to sing and I love to travel and I love to learn new things. That's all about me, brother. Thank you.
Wow, that's really a nice introduction from your side. I'm very happy to meet you here on this application. Thanks.
Yes. So tell me, brother, how are you practicing your English so that audience can also get benefit from you and they can also learn from us? Now, as I can say that your English is just amazing. I talked with you on audio call and I got to know that your English is quite good and amazing, I can say that. So please share with us that how we can improve our English and what are the strategy that do you follow in your learning English and teaching also.
Well, the very first thing I would be really thankful to hear because the way you have complimenting me, I would consider gratitude from your side. It means me a lot. And second thing, of course, I would love to tell the way I've been practicing in order to master this language. Though I'm not perfect, but still, I would say I'm pretty much okay and comfortable in order to have a conversation with anyone when it comes to this language, English. So let me tell you some steps which I've been following. See, I hope I've already shared all these steps, but still, if you have asked me,
Sorry, brother, your voice is not coming.
hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible now. Yes, please continue.
Okay, so yeah, shall I continue now?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, fine. Sorry for this interruption from my side because I do have some network issues in my end, but that's completely fine. So let me tell you, the very first and foremost thing I have told plenty of times to my listeners that if you want to master this language, first of all, you need to find one powerful reason for yourself to learn this language. You need to ask a question to yourself that why? Why do you want to learn this language? Do you have any strong reason to master this language? Yes or no? If yes, so go for it. If not, so you need to find that powerful reason first for yourself. Then only you can focus on your spoken English and you can focus on your learning only, and you're not going to waste your time in any useless stuff. Now, second thing, as I said before, no one is perfect in this whole world, and we should not expect the same level of perfectionism from our side as native speaker of English have in this language, because this is not our native language, and we are not even born with this language. So while learning this language, if you are making any mistake or you are stucking and fumbling at any point, you should not feel ashamed about it. In
Yes.
fact, you need to accept it, as native speakers of English can't even speak Hindi fluently as can speak. So why we are expecting the same level of perfectionism from our side for their language, right? Now, third thing I would say, if you want to express and manifest your ideas in such an amazing and effective way, you must enhance your vocabularies. The more or the huge amount of vocabs you have in your mind, the better you can express your thoughts, your ideas, and whatever you want to deliver from your side. So learn at least one or two vocabulary and try to incorporate the same vocabs in your spoken English. Let me give you an example. Without fuel, your car is useless. Without bullets, your gun is useless. Similarly, your English is incomplete without ample amount of vocabs. So try to learn it. Now, fourth thing is that I've noticed plenty of times like people are literally obsessed with grammar rules. They are bothered about the grammar. They feel that I don't know grammar and I can't speak English, and that's totally a myth. Nothing else. In my case, I haven't learned grammar in my entire life and still I'm speaking. Though I'm making some mistakes, but that's okay. At least I'm in that position where I can express my thoughts, and that's more than enough when it comes to a language. So, in initial stage, you don't need to create a trap of grammar for yourself. Rather, just focus on your fluency. The moment you reach on that level where you can express yourself without hesitation and without shyness in a very simplest way, then you can start focusing on your grammar, but not in a starting time.
Yes.
Right. Now,
Yes.
point number
Agree.
five is practice makes a man perfect, undoubtedly. I want everyone to practice on a regular basis, because the more you are persistent while you practice, the better you can get the result out of it. And not only practice, in fact, you have to indulge yourself into focused practice, which means you need to work on your loopholes. There are areas where you are finding yourself weak in terms of spoken English. You need to cover those points. And if you do practice on that way, if you do practice on our daily basis, I'm damn sure sooner or later you are going to get very fruitful and colorful ramification from your side. Now, point number six is, I'm sure you are going to laugh at me just because point is like that. Love your mistakes. Most of the time, people are literally afraid of making mistake. They have a phobia of making mistake. They feel if I'll make mistake, people are going to make fun of me. They are going to laugh at me. They are they are starting judging me, and all these kind of thoughts comes in our mind. And just because of that, we just keep ourselves in back foot. We don't want to play in front foot in order to master this language. I want to say that teachers make mistakes, native speakers make mistakes, everyone make mistakes. There is no such person who is not making mistake in his life.
Yes.
All right.
Agree.
So
Yes.
I want everyone to embrace your mistake and try to work on it. All right. And that's how you are going to speak English as a flawless speaker. Now, next point is English speaking environment. I hope you remembered your childhood days. How did you learn your mother tongue? You have observed your parents. You have
Yes.
listened to them very carefully, and then you started imitating. And this is how you have learned your regional language. So, same rule goes with English. You need to listen first. You have to observe this language, and you have to create an English speaking environment at your home, which means whatever you are doing in your home, just try to narrate everything in English. Narrate your whole day in English. If you have any posture painting in your wall, so just try to describe that posture and painting in your own words. Moreover, try to talk with in English in your home with your parents, siblings, friends, to whomsoever you can speak with. All right.
Yes.
Now, next one is LRWS, which means listening, reading, writing, and speaking. These are four modules of English, or we can consider four pillars of English. So when I'm saying listening, what you have to listen podcast, audiobooks, you can watch web series, listen to native speakers, English teachers, and your listening should not be only listening, it should be active listening, not passive listening. Because there's a quotation, let me quote out: before being a good speaker, one must be a good listener first. Because
Agree.
listening works as the input. The more you have input, the better you can give output, right? Now, next one is reading. Reading also acts as our input. When you are starting reading, you can come across to different vocabularies. You can understand different sentence formation. In fact, you would understand about the basic pattern of grammar. And one who is a good reader today can become a good speaker tomorrow for sure. Now,
Mhm.
third thing is tableau, which means writing. If you want to speak English accurately with proper grammar rules, I would suggest you to start writing at least one page in one day. Because when you write, before writing, you think first. And while writing, you have a adequate time to think, and you are not going to make a single mistake. So the common thing between writing and speaking is thinking. So you have to think in English, then you have to write. You have to think in English, then you'll speak. So this is how you are going to develop your think in English power. Now, last is speaking, which we are doing right now. Like I'm talking to you, you are talking to me. We have been using some online platforms where we have been talking with so many other co-learners. So the more you speak, the better you sound. Because speaking can be learned by speaking only. There is no alternative. If you want to learn swimming, you have to jump into the water. Then only you can learn swimming. By reading book of swimming, you can't even learn it. All right. Now,
Yes.
next point is make notes.
Uh,
We human beings have a very limited memory. Today, I'm telling you all these points. If to like tomorrow, I will ask all these points in a systematic way. Maybe you are not able to tell me why, because we can't even remember the things for a long time, and that's why we have to start making notes. If you learn some new vocab, write it down. If you learn any new grammar rule, write it down. If you learn some new idioms or phrasal verbs, just write it down. The more you make notes, the better you can revise it and you can remember it for a long time because that's your handwritten notes. And whenever you require those notes, so you can just take a look towards those notes and you can get back to your memory again, whatever you have written over there in that diary or notebook. Now, last but not least, I would say English is just a language, it's not a rocket science. So, if you believe on yourself, if you would be confident, and if you keep patience, I would say you have to enjoy the process of learning. The more you would practice in a focused way, the sooner you are going to master this language. So, just do practice in a consistent way and believe on yourself that yes, you can learn this language like a piece of cake. So I'm done with all tips and tricks. Over to you.
all right. I agreed into every point and whatever you mentioned in a very good way. I just understand everything. Like you shared everything, whatever required in our English. So yes, I totally agree with you. And what do you think about watching? Suppose like we any those who are beginners, they don't follow everything, right? As you mentioned everything, now we are following this thing, but those who are totally zero, how they can start? By watching or by listening or anything else? Or those who are beginners, they start with grammar. So what do you think about that?
Well, this is a very beautiful question, I must say that. And I want to answer your question in this way that the very first thing we have to remember in our mind We all are creations of Almighty God, and He has created us in a different way. We all have some uniqueness in ourselves. We all have some different preference, likes, dislikes, qualities, disqualities, and everything, right? So, whenever we are trying to acquire something, we do have some different patterns in order to learn things, and it may vary person to person. Some of us learn anything by watching videos. Some of us learn things by listening. Some of us learn by reading. Some of us learn by writing. It depends on individual. Now, what kind of a skill he or she is following in order to acquire something in his life, right? Now, second thing, as you have asked me that when it comes to a beginner, like a
Beginner.
very beginner who
Yes.
is uh, who is starting his journey from zero,
Zero.
so how he can learn this language? So for them, I would say, you can do one thing, like those who are starting from zero. First, you have to evaluate yourself. Like evaluation is mandatory. Evaluation will tell you that at what level of English you are in, what kind of speaker you are, and from where you have to start. For example, if there are 10 points in English, and after evaluation you find yourself that you are in 2 point, so if you have to cover the journey of between 2 to 10 point, so you have to make plans accordingly. So I would suggest, like, first you have to start with very basic vocabularies. For example, is, are, was, they, them, this, those, when, where, how, good, bad, boy, girl. These are some basic vocabularies that one beginner can start with. And second step is you have to start making very small sentences out of these basic vocabularies. Now, third thing, you don't need to focus on your mistakes and accuracy. Rather, you have to develop a confidence in yourself that yes, you can speak and you can learn this language. And just try to speak more and more with everyone, no matter whether you are making sense or not, that accept it. But first, you need to develop confidence and flow in yourself for English. Now, fourth thing is, once you reach on that level where you can speak English with everyone, so now this is the time to step up your game, and you have to start learning some intermediate vocabularies. For example, wonderful, incredible, awesome, and curiosity, then congratulations. All these intermediate vocabularies you can start with and try to incorporate these intermediate vocabularies in your spoken English. This is how you are going to move from beginner to intermediate level. Once you're raised on intermediate level, then you need to work on your sentence formation, which means in your grammar. I'm not asking you to focus on very advanced grammar, but yes, you have to work on your basic or
Big
functional
jump.
grammar. Yes, that includes like basic tenses, then prepositions and modals. That's it. The moment you find yourself that now you can speak English as an intermediate speaker and you want to switch this level to the proficient advanced level, then you need to start learning some advanced vocabularies. You have to start learning some idioms, advanced expressions of English. You can include voice modulation and intonation in your spoken English. And you have to indulge yourself in different activities in order to learn this language holistically. For example, listening to podcasts, audiobooks, talking to native speakers, reading books, writing journal, watching web series, and talking with different co-learners in different online platforms where people are so excited to hone their communication to the advanced level. And This is how a beginner can cover his journey of learning this language from zero to become an hero. Yeah, I'm done. Over to you.
I think you discussed all the things which we need, and those who are beginners, they can also understand that what they should follow in the beginning time when they want to start their journey. But yes, I don't want to say anything here because you have given all the answers. I don't think so. I need to give any answer. And yes, it is really nice conversation and fruitful that we understand and audience can understand lots of things which you prefer to us and to beginners. And you are doing amazing things.
Thanks, sister, for this beautiful words which you have spoken to me. And I'm literally glad to connecting with you. Hopefully, we are going to connect with each other because I guess we have some network issues. And it was really a nice and wonderful conversation with you. So, looking forward to talk with you again. Till that time, keep talking, keep learning, keep shining. Wish you all the best for your bright future and in your journey. Bye bye. Take care.